check that out. You shouldn't see daylight through that. The middle was leaking pretty bad. You can see all the tarnish. Definitely see on that side.
Don't you put that on us! You are not paralyzed!
I am so paralyzed!
No, no, no!
Rough on him now.
No, he needs to know.
Okay.
He's always crying.
Tough love it is, tough love. Wake up, idiot!
So that's the firewall. Strap going down to the chassis down there. The other one travels across and goes to the passenger side head. And then you have your third ground right here. Travels down to the block. Just like before, I haven't touched any of these three, but they do look original. When you are motivated, you'll find the missing link, man. Right there. Okay. Let me disconnect that freaking red. Oh yeah. To take down your collector flange and take that down. I'm pretty sure the reason I couldn't get it to fit in the first time is what I'll show you next. There's two bolts that hold brackets that were the factory wire separators. So hopefully I'll give you that perspective in a little bit. We'll get on the other side. The main objective of today is to replace that gasket. Found out that this head fits a square port gasket. And I've already purchased circle ports, 3 or 4 months ago, and now they're showing their ass because they're leaking. But while we're in there, we're gonna replace this side of spark plugs. We've already done the other side yesterday. And we'll definitely take heed to these bolts and the header gasket design because those have to be replaced. And the copper gasket that I do have now doesn't have like a little relief, so I'm gonna have to trim that down with my grinder. The hardware that came with my headers, these are JBA shorty headers for the small block Chevy. These should be 10mm heads. We'll pull those, I got 6, and then we'll get those spark plugs out the way. All right, so we got the 6 bolts removed, and we have a lot more clearance on this side than we did with the driver's side, thankfully. On inspection of this gasket, so yeah, the first and 2 in the middle. Yeah, all 4 were leaking with those circle ports. You gotta have the square ports, man. Takes away all of our anxiety about valve train tick. It's just header tick, exhaust leak. So while we're down, this is where I have the best access to my spark plugs. And now with that manifold out of the way, you have clean access to all 4 of those spark plugs. And they look janky. Let's get those out the way. I'll record this last one. Y'all know how to change spark plugs. I don't need to record this, but we'll pull that one. A newbie. Shoot, I don't know how to change spark plugs. There we go. So like I alluded to earlier, we would have to notch the tops of this copper gasket just to match up with our 2 studs that stick off the head. These do hold oil, so you want to make sure that you do replace these screws if you do gaskets. And this is like a classic style block design that didn't have these little reliefs. So we're just gonna mark these out and notch them accordingly. Just enough so we can put that that stud back where it needs to be. quick recap. I tidied up the exhaust manifold gasket. Tightened all the bolts. Got our dipstick back in. We got our 2 bolts that I was concerned about that didn't fit with the original casting of that gasket. So those are in. We won't be leaking any oil mist like how they say online. Last thing to do is just to go down to that collector and throw our bolts back in it. And we'll be good to go for our startup. See if this thing leaks. And give you a nice little glimpse of the exhaust setup. Super simple. Got shorty headers, JBA shorty headers to your Y pipe. Welded by exhaust shop. You got a, I think like a carbon resonator into a Y and a dump. This is going to be right below the rear bench seat on the truck. Eventually I'm going to go with like another X right there. We're going to cut these flat, do an X passage right there, go over that bar. And I have 2 Spintech 9000 sitting at the house. I'm sure that'll make it sound pretty good. We'll quiet it down for sure. Got a lot of drone at 65, 70 mile an hour, so.